And so, and I'm bringing the artists and, you know, whoever else is involved in it, you know, the directors, you know, I'm directing, my partner Lionel's directing, we got Hype Williams, he's our assistant. He's the next big guy.
Hype Williams.
Yeah.
Was your assistant.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
Queens. I'm originally from Brooklyn. And then we moved to Queens.
Okay, that's where.
No. He said Brooklyn. He said Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, wrong.
Leave it right
Queens
there.
side,
Then we moved to
bro.
Queens.
Stick to the Queens side, bro.
They call it Shadyville now, but it's Queensville.
North side. North side, Queens.
And so, you know, Hype is from from Linden Boulevard, right?
St. Albans?
Yeah, St. Albans.
Wow.
And I used to pick him up, and you know, he was in the art department. So like, if we know, okay, we need you to paint this wall and change this stuff around, move this furniture around, and so it's like that. So by the time we come in with the cameras in and move in, and the artists or whatever we were shooting, then that was all set up, and that's the department that's the area that he worked in.
Wow.
And then one day he was like, yo man, I want to direct. And I was like, all right. And I gave him this video by Duck the Boys in Blue by, oh man, they're gonna kill me right now. Oh man.
Boys in Blue,
Man,
Duck
Fu
the
Quantum from the Bronx. And so, whatever the case is, we did the video and they wanted me. Like, they were like, no, Ralph, you gotta do it. And I'm like telling you, this kid Hype, he got a little eye. There's something there. Like, it was obvious that he could see something.
Wow.
And then we did it, you know, and that was it. He was on his way. He started doing more videos. Eventually, you know, he started his own company, and that was it. You know, the thing with Hype was that he would go over budget on everything. That's what happened with Belly. He went over budget. Hype would go over budget on everything, and I'd be like, yo, Hype, you can't do that, bro. Other people have to eat, man. You eating, you running through everybody's money.
Right.
You going way over budget, you know? And you can't do that because first, I gotta eat. You ain't gonna take my money. And so, but all of the people, they out there for 20 hours with your ass shooting somewhere and wherever you're shooting at. And, you know, we just needed, you know, like, just calm down. And he was like, no, you know, I'm just being creative, man. You know, I hear you, but you can't do that. It's not right, you know? And so.
Yeah, Hype had, okay, just to give you a glimpse of what that looks like, Jay-Z rented a huge yacht for Big Pimpin'. Yeah. It's like $1 million rental or something.
It was some bread.
Nas and Diddy had on minks with a tiger in the club.
And then there was on top of the bodega too, which was crazy.
On Linden Boulevard. That's why he shot it.
He's the king of going over budget. Like, he does it well.
We need a tiger.
He does
like,
it
who
well.
says, yo, we need a tiger?
Right. Shout out to Hype
We need a tiger. You know what I mean?
Don't forget
the fire. There was fire.
And the fire.
Oh no, didn't he do the Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson?
Right.
2-point-something million?
By far, one of the greatest hip hop directors, or one of the greatest directors of our time.
Yes.
All time.
Salute to Hype. Salute to Hype.
Legend.
But,
Incredible.
you know, for me, I was like, bro, you have to, you know, be mindful of your money, of everybody else. Because you're being selfish by doing that, if you're not. And, you know, look, plenty of times I want to get out there and keep shooting and have a helicopter shot and we landing in Times Square and all that.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm like,
Yeah.
So, but, you know, that was our creative space. You know, those were the people that we were having around us, you know, Juice, and all those people that ended up working now at BET. Even I think the girl that runs BET, she worked with Hype. I can't remember her name right now.
Not Deborah, right?
Nah, there's another girl from Queens. She runs BET now.
I need to know
she's
her.
the one. That's how Irv and them got their deal. Irv Gotti and all of them.
I need to know her.
Yeah.
She from Queens. Call me up.
Yeah.
Holla.
Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop.
Did she work on? Did she produce Love and Hip Hop?
No,
talking about Mona?
you
Okay,
talking
not
about
Mona Scott. Not
no,
Mona
no, no.
Scott. Okay,
No, I'm talking about the head of BET
Right.
right now.
Wow.
And so,
But they got their start.
it's all comes from the same energy.
Queens Cloth.
Yes.
The same Queens
Brooklyn.
Cloth.
Yeah.
There you go, Ralph. There you go.
No.
Ralph.
Queens get the money. Let's not get it twisted.
That's a soundbite. Let's not get it twisted.
Oh my God.
We gotta know.
Oh man. Am I good, go?
You was talking
You
about
too
the
hype, man. Chill.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You was talking about radio. and you starting off, your energy, your name is big. When Hot 97 was coming together, they never approached you saying, we need Ralph McDaniels on one
Not
of
in the
these.
beginning. I did work there later.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked there. I actually worked at Hot for 10 years, but I was on the weekends. So nobody knew it.
Okay.
And so, but it was fine for me because I could still do my thing, traveling and directing and doing everything else.
Right.
But Flex had saw me one day. He was like, yo, you never thought about being on the radio? And I was like, not really. He was like, man, you need to be on the radio, bro. We need you. Now, Video Music Box made Hot 97 hot.
Right.
Because Hot 97 was cold when it first dropped. Nobody was listening to Hot 97. I don't know whether they was listening to BLS, Kiss, or whatever.
Kiss,
at that particular time.
98.7.
98.7, yeah.
I'm looking at it. Flex is a dude that is he's one of the top DJs at the time, and that's why they hire him. He's the first hiree at Hot 97. I go, man, Flex is doing his thing. He's also doing parties with us. I know him through Chuck Chill Out. That's Flex's, protege.
Right.
I mean, that's Chuck's protege. Is Flex.
Right.
And so Flex is doing all the clubs. I'm like, he's the hot dude out there. He's doing his thing. I'm like, yo, I'm giving parties. Once again, I go back to that. We need Flex to do some parties for us. Flex is doing parties. Flex gets hired at Hot 97 or Hot 103 actually at the time.
It was?
And yeah, because it was like a freestyle record station.
Right.
And so Flex is playing freestyle records and slipping in hip hop records. Then it's going more to hip hop.
What's a freestyle record?
Like
Break.
if I take you home.
Oh, that's a freestyle record.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I didn't know that was considered a freestyle
freestyle
record.
in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay.
It was,
Right.
Okay.
break in the
Yeah.
I learned,
in the
okay,
Bronx.
bet. All right,
So Flex then goes on to become, the poster child of this station, and which he should, because he was at the time he's that dude,
Right.
and he's focused. He's understanding how to make records. He's working at a record label. He knows how to get it going. I go, man, we need to get Flex in the mix of everything that we're doing. Flex, we're gonna come up to the station, and we're gonna bring the Video Music Box cameras up there. Once again, we want to get those numbers up.
Right.
Wherever's popping off at, we want to be there.
Right.
Flex goes, all right, cool. Flex says, yo, it's cold out here in the streets for us, Ralph. We did an event, 50 people showed up. I said, all right, well, we'll do what we can to help. And we go on. Angie Martinez, she's a little girl. Big Dennis, they kids. And we're all kids. And so it pops off. And then Flex told me this later on. He said, man, do you know after you came there, the next time we had an event, there was 300 people there. He said, Ralph, you brought us, and management didn't really notice. They just figured they was doing something right on their side. But it was a video show that was so popular, that little moment made it pop off.
Right.
And that's what was the fire that Hot 97 needed to get going a little bit. It would have happened anyway, I believe it would have,
Right.
because hip hop was growing, the artists were growing. But I think that it made it a little bit easier, and because the streets were like, what's Hot 97? Okay.
Right.
Ralph was there.
Wow. If you really look back, wow. I mean, that's just, it's incredible when you think about the impact that this show had on this whole culture and the growth of it. You were like the tastemaker.
I guess it was just me, what I liked. I played some weirdo shit sometimes, and people were like,
What was the weirdo shit?
it could be some punk rock, whatever, that I saw, and I went somewhere to the club downtown.
And you was like, I like
is-
this.
This kind of hot. Let's see what happens, And people would go, that's how we started Nervous Thursdays with Crazy Sam. Because it was called Nervous because it was nervous. The music, I don't know, it's just
I don't know, it's nervous.
And Sam would be like, yo, man, give me some real shit, Ralph, man, because this is some weirdo stuff you keep giving me. That's why I call it Nervous Thursday. You're crazy. It all mixes up together. All right. But that was the whole idea. And, and some of the stuff became, it became hits. Anything, like hip hop, the sound of it changes every couple of years. Some people say it's every 5 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, when it's changing, it sounds weird. by the 5th year, it's not weird anymore.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
You know,
it is what it is.
it is what it is.
Right.
That's why I always, you know, a lot of my peers be like, oh man, I can't stand this new music. And I'm like, this new music, you don't know where the potential of this is gonna go.
Where
This
it's
could
gonna
be
land
some
at.
incredible, most incredible
That's what we
thing
spoke
ever.
about yesterday.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, look, I'm not
Shout out to my
20,
young
I'm not
boys.
15 years old, so I don't even understand what y'all are talking about. But I'm pretty sure there's something that y'all can communicate with,
Right.
you know?
It's something that you're getting out of this
Right.
that I might be missing.
Right, and
I
I'm
get
cool
it.
with that.
Right.
But, you know, I'm just listening to it like a DJ for a vibe sometimes.
Exactly. And that's where I hear it at, and I keep saying sonically right now, I don't hear it. But we talked about Boogie being on B Love's record, and he brought
Rhythm.
a harmony to it, rhythm to it. So maybe where they're gonna go is, if they go that route, then it might be something bigger. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if they hear drill on beat,
Right.
why do we think that drill has to be off
Right.
beat? It can be on beat.
Right.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I think part of that is like the culture's not outside no more. You know what I mean? You sharpen your weapons outside
With
in a
iron, with
cipher,
other-
corners, open mics, showcases. You don't see these things no more. So it's a lot of time it's like somebody rapping in their house and then they go to the studio. You know what I mean?
Fact.
It never got to, you know, where you're gonna, I like what he did with, oh yeah, this guy's nice. I can learn some things from him. You know what I mean?
I can't wait
They're not
till
getting
music.
those.
I can't wait till music goes back to collaboration again. That's when I feel like it was at its best, when you had the real producers and the songwriters, when you had other rappers even just coming to your session, bringing their vibe to it.
Rap
You
is
didn't
about
plan
music. It isn't necessarily about music anymore. It's about money.
it. Yeah.
It's about likes. It's about views.
Right.
It's about
It's a vibe.
yeah. It's not. That's why these kids is talking about, to me, like, you know, dissing, you know, South Side, or dissing Brooklyn, or dissing in you know, Flatbush and out there with with those kids out there. It's crazy, you know, and everybody gets excited. It's like a fight after school. And then, you know, but the person that's making music and, you know, sounds nice, nobody's paying attention to that. Like my man G would say, it's like, bad is good now, you know, so anything bad is good. And I'm like, so what do you mean? He's like, if you do something bad, all of a sudden everybody's excited and they want to see it.
Well, they were, at one point, people looked at hip hop like that. Like hip hop was bad.
Right.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.